All right.
Oh, man. Well, a new documentary that follows a diverse group of characters during the 2020 election is getting some national buzz.
And it was directed by a Sacramento native. Molly is live with him now. Hi, Molly.
Yes, I am. Yes, always excited to give some kudos to a Sacramento native. That would be Mr. Matthew Palmer. He recently directed a documentary film called This Land. And I know usually when we bring up the 2020 elections, some of us tend to tighten up. You know, of course, it was a very divisive time. It still serves as a divisive time. Your documentary, though, really asks the question, who is our neighbor? And in a way, really unites us by telling the stories of real Americans. Let's talk a little bit about the film and how you put it together. It was very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, I tighten up when I hear about the 2020 election, and I made a whole movie about it. But it's really not about the election. That's, of course, the backdrop. It kind of moves us through the day, and we see the election unfold. But it's really about the human beings that make up our country and the individuals. And I believe everyone has a story to tell. I want to hear everyone's story, as many stories as possible. I think that kind of puts a face to poll numbers, puts a face to issues. And so that was the goal with the film. And we filmed in almost all 50 states on Election Day. I think we got 42 different states, and it was made up of mostly volunteer filmmakers who kind of went out with a mission, like you said, to explore their hometown and their neighbors. And that's exactly what they did.
Yeah, and it was such a diverse group of people. And, you know, a lot of their politics you might not expect to. Just really telling everyday stories of Americans as they saw Election Day.
Yeah, I think one thing that really excited and interested me about when it came to this project was that we all contradict ourselves. We're all surprising. Sometimes from one minute to the next, we're having different ideas and viewpoints, and I really wanted to explore that. And then at the end of the day, I wanted to explore what kind of also makes us similar. You know, it's we all are doing our best. We're all trying to provide for our families or live our dreams, and you know, of course, there's no room for extreme thoughts that lead to violence or anything like that. But I think there's value in listening to people on the opposite side of the aisle or with different viewpoints in other areas of life as well.
Yeah, one of the producers, Brian Gagliardi, who is actually also a Jesuit high school graduate, he had a quote about, you know, listening is much louder than screaming, and I think that says a lot about this documentary. I do want to give you kudos because it has gotten a lot of national attention. You debuted at Big Sky, which is huge.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was very cold. It was like -3 degrees, and I forgot a jacket, but it was great, and it was really well received. Super fun to kind of show it to an audience for the first time. That's a real interesting experience, especially we made a film during COVID. There were no live audiences. There was no feedback. You know, I was in an editing room with one other person the entire time. So to really show it at a big festival with a big audience was really exciting, and to see kind of when people laughed, when they kind of got quiet, it was exciting. It was really fun.
And the New York Times recently said that this may serve as an intriguing time capsule of the 2020 election for years to come. That must mean so much to you.
Yeah, when I saw that headline, I mean, I could look back at my notes in pre-production on this film. That was exactly what we wanted to make, was a time capsule. And it was hard, and especially during a pandemic and, you know, all those things, but hopefully that's exactly what it becomes.
Well, congratulations. We're so proud of you. Sacramento is so proud of you. Can't wait to see what you do in the future. If you want to watch the documentary film, it is super interesting, gives you a lot of great perspective. It's available on a bunch of different streaming services, and we have the film's website link on our website, gooddaysacramento.com. Hope you all can check it out. Congratulations again, Matt.
Thank you.
Back to you.
Awesome. Thanks, Molly.